GM, or GN from us here in Bali. So welcome to the Tials.World onboarding. I'm going to end the poll now so that we can dive in. Perfect. So, all right. Oh, we have more people coming in. Zen, please just admit people as they're coming in. All right, perfect. So thank you guys so much for joining our Tials.World live onboarding. This is our first onboarding event. It's hosted by us and by Super Babes. So we're really excited to jump into our first live onboarding event and talk to you guys. And we also have some guests that will join us at the end of the presentation as well. So what are we going to cover over the next 90 minutes or so? I'm going to be mindful of your time, but this is what we're going to go over. We're going to go over who we are and why we are here. We're going to talk about the blockchain versus crypto, and then we're going to dive deep into Web3 and talk about what are NFTs, what are the benefits, and also discuss sustainability and environmental concerns. And we're going to reveal our roadmap along with surprise announcements. And at the end, we're also going to help you set up your crypto wallet. And even if you guys already have a crypto wallet, just stick around because we are going to have something that you can claim at the end of the presentation. So, reminder as well, we have a giveaway right now, and it's for an NFT whitelist spot and shopping voucher. So you can win, $200 shopping voucher, $150 and $100. Like, these are the prizes. So if you guys want to join, you guys are already here in the onboarding, but if you want to have that extra point, take a picture of the onboarding, tag Tials.World. We will repost you, and just, feel free to share this on social media, this onboarding event. If you do want to post it on stories, we'd love it, and we will definitely repost you. So with that being said, stick around till the end because we have a POAP and also a little guide that you can download with some NFT terms and how to buy crypto guide as well. Cool. So I'm really, really excited to dive in. So let's grab a pen and paper, some water, and let's do this. Okay, so first off, what is Tials.World? So Tials.World is the continuation of our Web2 sustainable fashion brand, and that is called This Is a Love Song. And This Is a Love Song was created to empower women, both the women that wear the clothes and the women that make the clothes. And in Web3, we call ourselves Tials.World. So we want to take it a step further by empowering you and inviting you to write the future of sustainable fashion together by creating the clothes and collaborating with the creators to make a difference in sustainable fashion, while also leveraging the power of Web3 to bring opportunities for everyone involved. So Tials.World is by you and for you. And our mission right now is to onboard women and non-binaries into the Web3 space while also educating about sustainable fashion and how to do better. So this is the place for everyone in sustainable fashion to get involved, whether you are a fashion curator, a creative, a designer, a photographer, influencer, or just love fashion and NFTs. So we are not just a sustainable fashion brand with an NFT collection. We are a fashion hub in Web3, and we want to bring everyone together because sustainability is considered to have 3 dimensions, and that's environmental, economical, and social. So to strike a balance between these 3 dimensions, we have created the Tials.World pillars, which is about creativity, collaboration, community, and of course, sustainability. And this provides an endless set of opportunities for everyone involved. As long as you're not limited by creativity, the sky is the limit. So Tials.World, it's a continuation of This Is a Love Song. And this is a love song. We've been around for many, many years. Rihanna actually follows us still on Instagram, I believe. And some other amazing women have worn our brand over the years, and we've been featured in Harper's Bazaar as well. So, but we are even more proud of the team behind the scenes who actually make up, our ethical production studio here in Bali called Tials Studio. And there's 41 of us here in Bali, and around 90% of us are females. And Tials Studio is a leading ethical design and production studio in Bali, and we've helped hundreds of brands with their, brand from designing to sampling to production. And, through this, we're able to support the garment workers in Bali by providing them fair wages, safe working conditions, and so much more. And Tials.World is not just backed by, the brand, the ethical production company, but also our fashion school, which has close to like 280 students. And some of them are actually in the audience. So shout out to my SOIFB students. So therefore, our roadmap, which we will reveal later, is backed by a real-life utility with the mission to create a world where you can connect with like-minded individuals and learn from the community, launch your brand, get discovered, or be inspired to make your next big and meaningful move. So we can't wait to reveal the roadmap to you later tonight. But first, I would like to introduce you guys to my incredible team members that are in the audience right now. So hi, Tamara. Tamara, our brand and art director. She's been with us for almost 5 years now. And she's also in charge of the NFT art for the one of the collections, which I'm excited to share with you guys soon. And we also have Yacinta. Hi, Yas.
Hi.
Yacinta is our marketing whiz, and she wears so many hats and juggles like so many things between all our, companies. And she's mainly in charge of social media mailers, and has also helped Tamara with the art and animating.
Yeah.
So, and we also have
Nice to meet you
Zen,
guys.
we also have Zen, who is my dear assistant, and she organizes everything between our Web2 and Web3 operations. So shout out to Zen.
Hi,
and
everyone.
Also shout out to Monica. She joined us a month ago and is now our Discord community manager. So you may know her as Sashimon. And we also have Clara here, who is our client merchant and like branding whiz at Tials Studio. So also, hi, Clara. Thanks for being here. So yeah, teamwork really makes the dream work. So thank you guys for being here and supporting me. And tonight, the event is also co-hosted by Super Babes Club, but unfortunately, Super Babes Club is unable to attend because there is a storm outside of Sydney and her power got cut. And yeah, she's just unable to make it tonight, but she's with us in spirit. And I'm going to kind of talk about what Super Babes is about as well, because it's a very cool project and you guys should definitely know about it. So basically it started as a grassroots mission, working with women through a 21-day challenge to elevate, empower, foster growth. And that led them to the iteration of the Super Babes Club. So their pillars include knowledge, nutrition, movement, mindset, and challenge. And so the club will equip women with new tools and practices like grounding, gratitude journaling, nourishing your body and mind, as well as increased levels of self-awareness to unleash a super more in tune version of you. So at the core, they are a supercharged Web3 girl gang and exist to expand your mind and your experiences in and outside of Web3 and to solve real life problems together. And I love that mission because I think you definitely have to have that balance as well. So they want to help you actualize and explore all of these different sides to you because they believe that everyone is multidimensional. So right now they are in the building phase and they will have some amazing babes coming on board as founding members. And I just wish Beck was here. She's very, very bummed that she's unable to make it, but she's here in spirit. So first of all, that is Beck and that is myself. Like I said, this really happened very last minute. So I'm including Beck, because she really is here supporting this event as well. So we just wanted to also talk and share our personal story with you guys, especially if you don't really know myself. So my name is Stephanie, and I'm the founder of Tials.World, and I call myself a sustainable fashion entrepreneur because I've been in the fashion industry for almost 15 years, and my mission is to help make fashion more ethical and sustainable and also accessible for everybody involved by, supporting everyone involved from the garment makers while also helping and educating fashion entrepreneurs to implement sustainability and ethical business practice. And you may know me as Moon Girl in Discord. That is me. So my journey started in 2010. With This Is a Love Song, I started my brand using upcycled materials at the time. And then in 2013, I opened Tiles Studio because I was actually struggling to find my own ethical manufacturer that had low MOQs. So I started Tials.World to solve these problems while also empowering the female garment workers here in Bali. And then in 2020, at the beginning of the pandemic, I launched Start Your Fashion Business School to help students become sustainable fashion entrepreneurs to launch impactful fashion brands. And that was also the time that I got into crypto. So that started really my journey. But before, Web3 happened, I felt like I was living a double life because I felt like I was a fashion entrepreneur during the day. And then at night, I was this crypto enthusiast looking at charts and just diving into the land of crypto, with all the bros. But since Web3, I was able to combine all of my passions together. And then I saw it as a way to even help scale sustainability and bring equal opportunities to the fashion industry. So I'm just really excited for the future and that you guys are here with us at the beginning of our next chapter. And Beck, I'll do a short introduction. She is a creative director and also a sustainable fashion and wellness entrepreneur. So that's how her and I connected, because we have a similar mission, to make fashion more sustainable and to empower women in the fashion industry and just even in general, we all need to empower and support each other. So it's very cool that 93.8% of you guys answered yes when we asked if you wanted to learn about Web3 and its benefits. So let's talk about, the details of who you guys are, because I know some of you filled up the survey. So 93.8% of you guys identify as she and her, and 6.2% identify as he and him. 28% are from the US, 15.6% are from Canada. We also have 12.5% from Indonesia, shout out, and 9.4% from Germany, and also a few people from Australia. And most of you actually have a wallet, so that's awesome. And 43.8% of you guys even own an NFT. So that is really, really cool to see. Okay. So who makes up Tials.World? Because, when you hop inside of our Discord, you also kind of identify, with we ask you to claim a role, what you identify with. And 45 people are Web3 newbies. And 40 of you identify as sustainability warriors. And we have 42 fashion entrepreneurs and 12 fashion influencers and 39 artists and creatives. And mostly there's, everybody that loves fashion is in Tials.World, which is awesome because that's literally what we're trying to build. We want all of you guys to feel welcome there, so as you're learning about Web3, we are going to be there to hold your hand, whether you are a Web3 newbie or you're passionate about making Web3 more sustainable. All right, so why should you guys care? Well, the NFT space has become a $40 billion market in 2021. So probably by now it's definitely more, but only 20% of NFT holders are women. So like to see that over 90% of you are here are women, that's really, really exciting because, you know, it's still such a early space for women. But the term Web3 gets searched 195,000 times per month on Google, and that's quite a lot. And Web3, it enables ownership and wealth opportunities and decentralization. And, you know, when we go over the next few key points, you're going to see why. And, you know, if you have been in the space, you know that people say we're still so early, but soon this will change. So what is Web3 really? Okay, so this was the part that Beck was going to take over. So again, you guys are going to hear me talk now throughout the entire presentation. So apologies for that. But Beck actually made this diagram, which is the daisy chain. And I love this analogy. So basically the blockchain is a system of, you know, recording information in a way that makes it difficult to change or hack or cheat the system. So simply put, it's a growing chain of records or blocks, which is stored in a decentralized manner across all participants in the blockchain. So it's open and viewable for everyone to see. In saying that, though, each block in the chain contains a number of transactions. And every time a new transaction occurs on the blockchain, a record of that transaction is added to every participant's ledger. So think of it like this daisy chain. Each daisy represents a block, and each petal in the daisy is like a transaction. And a certain amount of petals make up a daisy, and a certain amount of transactions make up a block. So you may be wondering, why does blockchain and decentralization matter? So the blockchain doesn't lie because everyone can access it and everyone can see all of the transactions, and therefore it is full transparency and it's trustless. It's not governed by a central entity, and therefore you are the true owner, and your ownership can easily be verified on the blockchain. So now that we've gone across those concepts, we'll do a side-by-side, like crypto versus blockchain, because there are some cryptocurrencies that are blockchains too, like Ethereum and Bitcoin. They are both crypto and they're also blockchain. But blockchain is not crypto and it is not Web3. However, blockchain technology is what powers Web3. So again, if you guys have any questions, pop it in the chat box so that we can hopefully answer them at the end of the presentation. And so this is just a recap. So what is crypto? Crypto is a currency that is tradable, a tradable asset or a digital form of money that is built on, and you know, you actually use crypto to buy NFTs, and that's really how that relates. And what is the blockchain? It's a system in which a record of transactions, you know, are maintained across several computers that are linked in a peer-to-peer network. So again, think of that daisy chain. And then what is Web3? So Web3 is the future of the web. And this future of the web is less centralized, more user control, less company control, more data security, more user privacy. So, you know, think of like, I'll give you some examples, some things that are super centralized, like Facebook. Facebook owns Instagram, right? You know, YouTube, Google, all of those entities are centralized, and therefore, you know, you don't own anything that you put on those platforms. And also, if one day Instagram just decided to disable your account, you lose access to your account. And if you actually use your social media for your work, or you know, you're monetizing because you're an influencer or a content creator, that's really, really scary. And that happened to me. I had my Instagram account disabled last year. that happened to a few people. I had a friend who had, I think, 200,000 followers. She's an Instagram model, and her account got disabled, and she, lost brand deals and partnerships. And thankfully, after several months, she got it back. But, how scary is that, to put all of your eggs in a centralized entity? So Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, we will talk about this because obviously before Web 3, there was Web 1 and there was Web 2. So Web 1 is a read only. So think of it like a online catalog that you can read, like a blog post. So I even remember back in the day, like just like catalogs, there was like a store called Delia's. I'm 34, so like I lived through the 90s of that kind of era. And so you could only read, you couldn't even buy anything, you couldn't shop from it. And then you have Web 2, which is what we are in right now. And in Web 2, you can read and you can write. So, with Instagram, you can basically post, you can transact, with Web 2, you could do all of that, but it is sitting on a centralized database owned by those companies that I mentioned earlier, like Facebook, Instagram, all of the big guys. And here, you guys are the products. So the users are the products, and therefore you don't own any of your data. And you also don't have any control over any decision making. So I don't know if Instagram just decides to shut down tomorrow. That's it. We don't really have any say in that. And then Web3 comes in, and it's about inclusivity and about putting the users first. So Web3 really enables ownership economy, which is very important for creators, like I mentioned earlier. So if you are a fashion creative, designer, influencer, content creator, with Web3, you own and control your content, and you can also monetize from it. And it's important to highlight that the blockchain enables that trust, which is one of the fundamental differences between Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3. And it also allows users to transact transparently with each other. So now we are going to talk about NFTs, because Web3, it's not complete without NFTs. So let's dive into non-fungible tokens and what they are. Okay, so I'm just going to have a sip of water, and we will dive into NFTs. So traditionally in society, we have valued items in physical terms. So like, food, clothing, handbags, art, and, you've been able to trade, barter, buy, and sell these goods throughout time. But as we progress in the digital world, we're now seeing digital items becoming just as valuable, if not even more valuable, than physical goods. So what is an NFT? Well, it stands for non-fungible token, and non-fungible, it's such a funny word, more or less means that it's unique and cannot be replaced with something else. So for example, Bitcoin or Ethereum, it's fungible because you can trade it for another Bitcoin or another Ethereum, and you'll have the exact same thing. But a one-of-a-kind trading card, let's say like a Pokemon card, is non-fungible. If you traded it for a different card, you'd have something completely different, right? So think about NFTs as non-fungible objects like that Pokemon card, and they are truly one of a kind, like both you and me. And each of it has its own digital signature or code like DNA. Again, that's what makes it, impossible for NFTs to be traded, for something equal to one another in that sense. And therefore, it is non-fungible. So as an example, if you were to purchase a physical item like a designer handbag and have its unique file record stored in like digital space where its exclusivity and rarity are validated and recorded transparently via an NFT, you could not only build out your online identity, but also validate and trust that that bag is in fact authentic. And that is sometimes really important, because sometimes, like, fake things circulate and you can't really tell from what is real and what is fake, because now they really can create such good fakes. So imagine buying like a Birkin bag and it's like actually fake, right? So for now, we're only at the forefront of this technology and the opportunities are endless. And here are some type of NFTs. And I've given some examples of ones that I own as well. And I love these projects. So I want to give you some examples of these amazing projects. And the first one is World of Women. And World of Women is a community and, obviously has really cool art. And it was created to embrace representation, diversity, and equal opportunities for everyone in the world of NFTs. And this project consists of 10,000 NFTs. The original World of Women collection, the World of Women Galaxy, I believe, has over 20,000. And it's headed by an artist named Yam. And she actually said that before NFTs, like nobody would buy her art. So NFTs absolutely changed her life, because this is one of the blue chip projects, I guess you could say that. And they recently sold at Christie's for just over 700,000 US dollars or something crazy like that. So imagine if you are an artist, NFTs is something that can help, open doors for you as well. And the second example is Mavion. And I love Mavion because it's a fashion-centered NFT project. And their mission is to uplift independent designers around the world. And they're trying to scale scarcity, which is really, really cool and obviously hard to do as well. So what's really cool about their NFT project is, as you can see, there's like this one has a necklace. So if you own this NFT, you will get the accessory in the NFT. So you will get the physical item. So I have a few of them and I'm just so excited for them to, get me my physical items. So I think they're holding the snapshot soon. So if you guys are interested, I would definitely recommend checking Mavion, because they have really cool, they are an open access community and non-binary people to get educated, connected, and empowered. And I just love their project because they're also about to release their full list of perks, I believe, on June 1st. So, right now also telling every time get in the NFT space because everything is literally on a discount. So if you are looking for projects, especially women-led projects, these are some that I highly, highly recommend to look into. So speaking of utility, like all those projects, they had all their, unique utilities, and utilities are what like makes an NFT special, because, these utilities can mean access passes, perks, and, even like provide the token holders with other opportunities, like real life opportunities. So utility NFTs that offer intrinsic value in addition to the usual scarcity associated with NFTs. Some examples are like, exclusive access to events or shows, merch. World of Women is coming out with merch. And I think also Mavion will have royalties for the holders. So there's just so many different types of utilities, and it's really, really cool. And, there's something for everyone. So the utility of Super Babes, for example, they're going to have an OG Founders Club, and this is going to be in line with their Genesis collection. And, that means that it's like for the early supporters, and that means you can like be part of the growth of the project. And in turn, you'll get some great perks and incentives for being early. And then there's the MVP program, which is Most Valuable Babe program. And that's a club where, you can focus on self-development and, you basically support each other to be better. So I love that. And again, I wish Beck was here because she would be able to tell you guys all of the specific utilities. But again, like you can always check them out on Twitter as well. And the last utility that I love is the IRL Holy Babe. So that's going to be a retreat and possibly in Bali. So stay tuned for those details. And I want to talk to you guys about the utility of Tials.World as well. So Tials.World will have two types of NFTs. We have a membership pass, and the second one is a PFP collection. So the membership pass NFT is going to be your key into Tials.World and will allow access to the community of like-minded people in fashion. So you can network, learn, grow, and support each other, in Web3 or in your sustainable fashion journey. And by being a community member, you will get access to mint our PFP designer collection and exclusive art drops, which are collaborative projects with other artists and designers and photographers and creators. We want to collaborate with people from the Tials.World community to uplift and support each other. And everyone involved in Tials.World, whether you are a holder of the membership, NFT, or designer collection, will have voting rights, so you can cast your vote for the future of Tials.World. And you will also get perks in the middle of telling you guys the exciting part, which I'm really, really excited about, which is our launchpad, because our launchpad will help designers. It's going to help fund their collection or fund their brand and provide them, mentorship. And we can do that because we are backed by our own manufacturing house that is ethical and sustainable. So, of course, since we are a fashion NFT project, we will also have both digital and physical items attached to the NFT for the PFP collection. So then you can rock your Tials outfits in real life or in the metaverse. And so we're going to have digital, physical, and then also 1 out of 1. And the 1 out of 1s are really special ones that are basically, using dead stock materials, and we are going to repurpose those materials into very rare NFTs. So I'm just really, really excited. We're in the process of finalizing all the designs, and then we have to, have this timeline for the PFP collection. But we are going to talk about that in the roadmap shortly. So stick around. And before that, we want to talk about the sustainability aspect because, we are a sustainable fashion brand, and how does Web3 help with sustainable fashion? Because we actually see that it really can help minimize the waste in fashion, and there's a really huge problem, waste issue. I think a garbage, like a truck, gets dumped every second in the landfill, just full of unused fabrics or even clothing. Brands are even known to burn leftover collections, which is just crazy. And that's a really, really, big issue. And also we want to make fashion inclusive by inviting everyone to get involved. And through the power of smart contracts, we can also bring fairness into the fashion industry, which is oftentimes actually very one-sided. So, we are now able to utilize Web3 to get everyone involved, from the creator, the garment maker, the designer, the artist, and they will forever have access to royalty. So that is so cool. So again, dematerialization is a concept that we can play around with. And, the production of a digital garment produces 97% less CO2 than a physical garment. So, that really helps us collectively to create less waste. And then with our PFP collection, you will be invited to actually choose what you want to create. So for instance, you mint an NFT, and then let's say the NFT has this background, that background will be an element, and you can then use that background as a print and then choose what silhouette you want. Maybe, you like dresses, so you can choose one of the dress shapes, or maybe you just want it in a nice shirt. So this invites everyone to co-create and to become conscious of fashion. I said it provides ownership and fair distribution to everyone involved, from the owner, the maker, to the wearer. And, you know, like in general also, what are the environmental, like what's the environmental impact? So Tials.World will be an NFT that sits on the Ethereum blockchain, which Ethereum is switching to ETH 2.0, and that will drastically reduce the energy consumption by 99% and make it eco-friendly, especially in comparison to Bitcoin. So I just have this GIF on the left side as well, because you know, when people are like, oh, like crypto is bad for the environment, they're literally the type of people that also like have their Christmas lights on for like a whole month and like cover their entire house with Christmas lights, you know? So just wanted to say that. But yeah, we are really excited to harness the power of Web3 to scale sustainability together as a community. And that brings us to our roadmap. What does our roadmap look like, and how does the future look like for Tials.World? So we've divided our roadmap in 3 phases, and we are currently in phase 1. And here our mission is to build our community of sustainable fashion creators and supporters and help everybody with onboarding. So we will be dropping our membership NFT to the community during this time, and also opening up our brand ambassador applications for those that are passionate about our mission too. And phase 2 will then happen when we drop our first PFP collection. So when you have the membership NFT, you will get access to mint this PFP collection. And this is the collection that will have the digital and the physical items attached to the NFT. So we will then also be launching a website where you will be able to connect your wallet and then redeem, you know, your digital wearable, physical wearable, or both. And you will be able to co-create with us. And in the meantime, we will also be doing lots of giveaways, more online events, and continue to onboard fashion creatives and creators into the space by also inviting them to do collaborations. So for example, if you are an influencer or a photographer, you can get involved to create an art drop with us, you know, featuring some of the clothing items and be part of the smart contract. And then phase 3 is exciting, but it happens after, you know, we mint the PFP collection. So we're going to start shipping out the physical items to all the NFT holders, and we don't want to keep you guys waiting. So that's something that is a priority. And what's more exciting is that we will then also have a community wallet, which will help fund the next designer or designers. You know, the community will partake and vote for the designers that are their favorite. And we're also going to be opening up the Start Your Fashion Business Scholarship application for cohort 1. So you can get mentorship and support, whether you are starting your fashion brand or in the process of scaling your brand. And then we will also be planning our first in real life meetup. And of course, we'll have online meetups so you can flaunt your Tials.World outfits, you know, in the metaverse or in real life. And during this time, we will also propose initiatives to the community. So for instance, where we should donate some funds of the community wallet. We also have an initiative in the works where we want to help, you know, kind of take all the fabrics that, let's say, you know, we have fabrics that are not used. We can then transfer it over to somebody else in the community that needs it. So if you're a designer, maybe you need some fabric, somebody else has leftover fabrics, and you know, we already even have a channel like that in Discord, but this is going to be, you know, more official. And then, you know, phase 4 onwards is even more exciting because we will have our launch pad, and that will help, you know, the next designer to launch their brand, launch their idea. And then we will also have our own PFP collection, which will involve another designer as well, and more collaborations with community members. And eventually during this time, because we hope to also have the physical items sold through retailers, the NFT holders will get royalties. And holders will continue to, you know, work on the mission and build this hub with us together so that it becomes the sustainable fashion hub in Web3. So a brand is nothing without community. So we are inviting you to power this movement with us. And I hope you guys are excited for the future. And before we wrap up, we still have to claim the POAP, and I have some amazing founders and artists who I want to invite up to chat as well. But before we do that, I want to just help people that don't have a wallet yet to go ahead and set up their wallets. So we're going to take the next 5 to 10 minutes to do this. So again, if you guys already have a wallet, take a break, maybe get some water, tea, whatever, and we will walk through a MetaMask setup right now. So first of all, I think tomorrow we'll add the MetaMask link in the chat so you guys go to the correct one. And then you can just go there and download the MetaMask. Also, the browser plugin is really helpful. Or if you want to do it on your phone, you could do that as well. And it's pretty simple. You have to just follow the instructions and make sure that you take time to write your seed phrase and put it somewhere safe. Don't just put it in the notes of your phone. Really like maybe store it in a safe, something like that. So I am going to put on some music and allow everyone to take time to do this now. It's 9:48 p.m. right now, so we'll get back in another 7 minutes or so, because once we have our wallets set up, we will claim our POAPs. And POAP is something that you would definitely want to claim. So I'll play some Spice Girls or something fun while we do this wallet setup. So thank you guys so much. Like I said, there's just so much to cover. Like, it's really hard for us to cover everything in one onboarding session. Obviously, this one is like a general onboarding session. We want to make sure that you guys have the basics covered, but the next onboarding, it's going to be more specific. But in the meantime, hop inside of our Discord. You can ask questions there. And also you can download we have a PDF with how to buy crypto guide, also will be in Discord. And, if you guys want to follow us on Twitter, it's at Tials.World, and Instagram is at Tials_world. And also our co-host Super Babes that, sadly she couldn't make it, but she'll definitely be around in our next onboarding. So with that being said, we are right on time. Thank you guys so much. It's been so fun being here with you guys. Thank you for sharing your time and this space with me. And we will see you in the next onboarding.